That's the Sporting Lisbon lineup. 7 internationals in that team, although only 2 played in the recent disastrous 2-1 home defeat by Sweden, and they were Eurico and Jordão. Laurie McMenamin's side, he full of smiles too. Their record here, they haven't lost at the Dell for almost a year, and their side have a habit of scoring goals here as well. And the team shows just one change from that which beat Notts County in the league last Saturday. The return at number 8 of Mick Shannon. Kevin Keegan, the England skipper, very much in form with 11 goals in 13 matches. And he scored in 5 of Southampton's last 6 games. And we're wanting to make a point tonight because the man he will have to beat, Ferenc Meszaros, is likely to be the Hungarian goalkeeper in the vital World Cup playoff, or the vital World Cup last match of the group at Wembley on the 18th of next month. Goalkeeper used to play for Vasas of Budapest and was transferred to Sporting Lisbon during the summer, very much at Malcolm Allison's instigation. Good atmosphere in the Dell. Their best record in European football. This is their 4th attempt, has been to reach the quarter-finals in the UEFA Cup competition. Their opponents were winners of the Cup Winners' Cup back in 63-64 season. And the referee tonight is a Swede, Erik Fredriksson. We've got quite a chilly evening, no real wind to speak of, and Southampton attacking the goal to our left. And here's David Armstrong. This is Zezinho, getting himself into trouble and out of it very well. Nice play by Ademar. And here's Chris Nicol. Tackle from behind, and the free kick given against Eurico. Eurico, the marker at the heart of the defence, with Xavier playing as a spare man at the back. Nick Holmes' cross, out by Eurico. Whitlock to Williams. And there's Jordão. It's a bit short. Skolak hesitated. Shannon. Armstrong wants it down the middle, but he goes for Keegan instead. Came off the bottom of the corner flag. Good sprightly start by Southampton. But they must beware of getting too many men caught forward. Sporting Lisbon with a reputation of being very good on the counter, as this is suggesting. And Nick Holmes struggling, and it's gone in off Jordão. Well, a very fortunate goal in many ways, but the scorer, the top scorer in Portuguese football at the moment, Jordão, scored 8 times in the league, and he made the most of this opportunity after Oliveira had made the break on the right. Holmes couldn't stretch to get it, and it came really off the left ear of the goal scorer, Jordão. Southampton struggling to find any real fluency. Shannon. Golak. Little touch from Moran, but not enough. Keegan. Thought there was a nudge from behind, but the referee didn't think so. Oliveira. Played it early this time. And they got a man in the back who's Freire. And a chance for a second, and Holmes, it's going to go in as an own goal. Well, one must have great sympathy for Holmes, because he did the right thing. But the goalkeeper had left a gap to the right as Freire broke through. and they were caught disastrously again. Look how much space he had behind Manuel Fernandes, and it definitely came last off Nicky Holmes's foot, so it must be an own goal. Keegan desperately trying to lose Eurico forward. Here's Armstrong. Ball. Maguire's clearance to Oliveira. Two front men have covered so much ground. This is Manuel Fernandes. Teasing his man. And he's going on. And yes, it's over the line. And a third goal for Sporting Lisbon, scored by the captain, and I don't know which of the players has the greater disbelief, the scorer or the defenders, that he was allowed to beat. I mean, this is really quite unreal. You wouldn't believe it if it was in a comic. I mean, just look at this. The goalkeeper's down with his feet and not his hands. He's all over the place, and the ball trickles through in spite of the efforts of Golak to get it off the line. And he's seen very little of the ball, except that he's been beaten 3 times by it, Peter Wells, and the scorer of the third goal, Manuel Fernandes, with 42 minutes gone. Took on the two of them. I'm not sure he always knew where the ball was, Manuel Fernandes, but the goalkeeper there, by going with his feet, cost himself everything. Williams. Dejection all over Golak's face. He can't believe it, neither indeed can the crowd. Nickel. Shannon every time has run into trouble. It's Jordão. Foul by Eurico. By no means his first on Keegan. Steve Moran. Ademar, who got there first. Shannon. The Paul Ringland player really hasn't found a cross worthy of the note in this half. Oliveira made the run and created space to his left. Nickel. Golak. Shannon. They're all back again. Shannon, Keegan, Williams, ball, only Manuel Fernandes is left forward. Great applause for a corner, but there will be no time to take it. And the first 45 minutes, a tactical triumph for Malcolm Allison. Southampton may have given his team, Sporting Lisbon, the goals, but his policy of attacking them and cramping their style has produced great dividends for the visitors. And Laurie McMenemy, with probably more work to do during half-time than he's had during his career at Southampton, if he's to prevent another English side going out of the UEFA Cup.
Think about this. When you buy a car, you buy a new piece of yourself. Something that's yours, but not a part of your body. You buy the obligation to feed it, the compulsion to clean it, the duty to protect it. And you buy the impulse to compare your car with other cars, and yet you buy it anyway. Which leaves you wondering, who's in charge in this relationship?
Omega-3.
Omega-3. Prebiotics.
Probiotics.
Finding all three
In one yogurt.
Can be a real palaver.
Not anymore. Muller Vitality contains all three in one.
Making life much easier.
Because we can't go gallivanting about at our age. We do ourselves a mischief.
3 in 1 with Muller Vitality.
Successful companies are all about growth. But growth can mean you lose touch with the people who matter. At Santander, we've been growing for 150 years by adding branches to our network to bring us closer to our customers. Now our group has more branches than any other international bank. In 2004, Abbey became part of Santander. And together we share the same commitment to be close to our customers. Abbey, part of the Santander Group.
Hi, I'm José Luis Hernandez, president of Polaris World. Imagine living in a place like this. Just a short drive to the beach and from 80,000 pounds. You will enjoy the Niklos Golf Trail, probably one of the best golf experiences in Europe. And with 24-hour security, a 5-star hotel, restaurants. Who said you can't enjoy this lifestyle from 80,000 pounds?
So if you're considering buying a house in Spain, don't forget, visit Polaris World.
Luxury Spanish properties by Polaris World.
Maybe tomorrow, better today.
Officer down, I repeat, officer down.
VCPoker.com. Let's VC what you're made of.
Malcolm Addison's last words to his skipper as the team came out of the dressing room was, it's going to be hard this half, keep it going. And certainly the Southampton supporters will be hoping it's going to be hard for a Portuguese team who are playing their 84th match in Europe and so far have found it one of their most successful. There's Nick Holmes, who's unlucky with the own goal. And the first free kick surely, but not given. It had to be a tackle from behind that spooned Keegan up in the air by Eurico. Sporting's European history includes playing the first ever match in the European Cup back in 1955 and also beating Manchester United 5-0 in the home leg after losing the first away at Old Trafford 1-4. Jordão, Oliveira, Williams sticking to his guns. But running into the pack again. The impressive thing about the performance of the Portuguese team, well, then he actually had 4 attempts on goal, as against Southampton 6 in the first period, is how well Malcolm Addison has got a skillful side, each man playing for the other. The injured player is Jordão, but I would doubt that the injury is serious. Certainly if the problem is with the shoulder, Keegan has done nothing to help it. Now the problem seems to be in the pit of the stomach. Whitlock, Armstrong, Eurico, enjoying himself rather better than the week ago. Zezinho, Shannon, and the trip given in a rather dramatic style by the official. Defender was Nogueira. Armstrong and Freire. And Wells a virtual spectator now. Eurico. And the free kick given. The suggestion that he was a bit braver than was Armstrong on that occasion. Freire. Holmes. Shannon has been far more effective on that side than on the right. Lawrence is there. And the goalkeeper imperturbable. Back they come again, and here's Keegan. That's a penalty. No question, that's a penalty. Foul by Eurico. Well, he's caught the Southampton and England skipper a number of times, and there was no doubt in my mind, or more importantly the referees, the challenge was from behind, he was just bundled down, and Keegan was always going to get a penalty in that situation anyway. Keegan himself will take it. Making sure every other player is outside the area, and Southampton have hope. The ball very, very cleanly struck. And that incidentally Keegan's 12th goal of the season, which equals his total of last season. Lovely strike. So Meszaros finally beaten, and the score Southampton 1, Sporting Lisbon 3. Williams, well cut out by Eurico. Lawrence running himself into trouble. And another silly foul by Virgilio. Shannon. Oh, lovely touch from Keegan. And a good header by Inácio. Well, they have hope now that the unbeaten record that last fell to Aston Villa could still be saved. Jordão. Well, he made a bit of a meal of that. Alan Ball helping him to his feet. Jordão, it would seem, who came originally from Angola. Not quite the temperament of other great players who came to Portuguese sides from Africa, like Eusebio and Kaluna, both of course with Benfica. Jordão, a player who also played for Benfica for a while. Oh, that was a cruncher. Williams, Golak, Keegan, Armstrong coming in. Nicholas come up to the edge of the 18-yard area, and he comes! There's a powerful charge and a strong header. And here's Jordão, and this is the problem for Southampton. Again, they can't get caught with too many men forward. Jordão helping them there. The whole atmosphere has changed here. And there's an injured player down in the area, Zezinho. And Freire gets there. Lawrence! And deflected in by Shannon. (3-2). They had a player down in the area, Zezinho, as Keegan put it across. Armstrong missed it, came to Lawrence, who was certainly shooting for goal. Instant reaction by Shannon. Williams. Armstrong. 2 poor clearances by the goalkeeper. Shannon. And he's got his free kick. Just a minute left. Nickel arriving late on the scene. And Shannon pulled a bit, but got half a header. Lawrence. Williams checking where everybody is and has made the run forward. Ball looking for him. It's a good job Oliveira didn't play that first time, because Freire would have been cleanly in, having run from his own half. Oliveira again. Southampton ball. Golak. Ball. Still has so much to offer, Alan Ball. Freire. Manuel Fernandes. It's just 2 against 4 defenders. Williams shrugs off the attempts at being pulled. Nobody coming forward. Where are you, Keegan might ask. Virgilio. Manuel Fernandes. Ademar. Freire. And still, and here's Manuel Fernandes. And what an unbelievable end. His second goal. And surely that takes it out of Southampton's reach, over the 2 legs. It was an uphill task anyway, but this surely makes it impossible. And again, what a crisp finish. Coming right on the stroke of full time, and Southampton, having clawed their way back, now find that they're going to have to go to Lisbon with a 2-goal deficit. Caught at the start, caught at the end. They sadly brought their away form to the Dell at precisely the wrong time. Here's Moran. And for all the effort of the comeback, I think the bookies would make them rank outsiders to go through. Just a few more seconds from the Swedish referee, but he might just as well blow his whistle now. Because after the storm that Southampton found in the second half, the wind has completely died and they've been left quite isolated. Williams. The referee allowed the advantage, but surely it was a foul. Shannon. Well picked up by the goalkeeper, and a bit of frustration from Keegan. start encouraging the Hungarian to get on with it. He has no intention of doing it.